So, you invited some friends over for a nice dinner. They arrive, and around the corner comes your dog to greet your guests by jumping on them. If you're like most of us, you'll likely respond with a firm reprimand,
Fluffy.
apologize to your guests,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
and waiting it out until your dog settles, or pulling her away. The problem with this kind of response is that your dog will likely continue to jump on people. In fact, she might even get worse. Reprimand can cause dogs to feel anxious and fearful, resulting in a conflicted relationship with humans. This isn't the type of pet parent most of us want to be, but it can be difficult to know how to respond in the heat of the moment. Rest assured, there's a fear-free method for training your dog not to jump. The trick is to reward for a positive behavior rather than to punish for a bad one. But how do you do that when your dog won't stop jumping? Well, that's the thing. You must first teach positive alternative behaviors to jumping that can then be rewarded. Some alternative behaviors that work well include sit, settle, touch, and find it. After this session, you'll have an opportunity to learn more about these skills. But first, let's take a look at how they're helpful in the context of jumping on a house guest, though the same principles apply to other situations where jumping also occurs. It's important to introduce a positive behavior proactively before jumping would normally occur. For sit, cue the behavior before opening the door and continue to reward while remaining seated. Over time, she will learn that this is her way to request your attention. For settle, direct your pet to a designated area before opening the door and then continue to reward for remaining settled. Once calm, your dog can be greeted in this area or released to say hi. Touch can be used to structure the greeting after your dog is settled. Give your guest some treats and have your dog move back and forth between guardian and guest. This skill is nice because it allows movement while keeping your pet occupied during the initial excitement of greeting. It's important that when you reward for any of these positive behaviors, that you treat near the ground to reduce the chance your dog could snatch the reward while jumping. Find it is a fun way to channel her attention down to the ground rather than upwards towards people. Keep treats easily accessible near your entry and toss or roll them out as needed. If you find that despite your proactive efforts your dog continues to jump, ignore the jumping and redirect her attention using a positive behavior like find it, touch, or sit. Over time, she will begin to associate her positive behaviors with reward, and your mission is accomplished. But it does take time to develop these habits, so be patient. Some other things to keep in mind include ensure that your dog is getting plenty of physical and mental exercise. It's incredibly tough for dogs to restrain themselves when they're already bubbling over with energy. Try using a management strategy, such as a baby gate, as people enter and greet your dog. You can also attach a leash to a front clip harness, allowing your house guests to move out of reach if your dog tries to jump up. Again, it is possible to teach your dog to not jump without causing fear, anxiety, or stress. But it all starts with positive behaviors that can be used to reward your dog. Watch our other videos to learn how to teach these behaviors to your dog as you continue your journey toward a fear-free, happy home.